Have you ever gazed into a mirror and truly seen your own intrinsic worth? In a world that relentlessly assigns labels, values, and price tags to everything, from commodities to careers, how do we begin to measure the immeasurable? What is the true, ultimate value of a single human life? Is it determined by our wealth, our social status, the fleeting opinions of others? Or does its profound, unshakable worth lie somewhere deeper, waiting to be discovered, asserted, and embraced from within? Today, we journey into a timeless Buddhist parable that challenges our most fundamental assumptions about value, self-worth, and the very essence of human existence. We will witness a man's seemingly simple quest to price a stone, only to unveil a universal truth about the priceless nature of every individual. This isn't just a story about ancient wisdom, it's a direct, transformative guide for anyone grappling with self-doubt, seeking genuine purpose, and yearning to understand the boundless potential that resides within. Prepare to discover why your true value is not a negotiation, but an inherent, unshakable reality, a precious gem waiting to be recognized and celebrated. Chapter 1. The Seeker's Question, the Value of a Life. A Stone's Test. Our story begins in ancient India, where Lord Buddha, the Awakened One, was sharing his profound wisdom with seekers from all walks of life. One day, a man approached him, his heart heavy with a universal query. A question that has echoed through the ages and continues to perplex humanity. "O Lord, please tell me, what is the worth of human life?" His question was simple, yet it carried the immense weight of existential pondering, a deep yearning for understanding. Gautama Buddha smiled gently, his eyes radiating boundless compassion and infinite wisdom. He did not immediately offer a direct, philosophical answer, for some truths are best discovered through experience. Instead, he reached into his saffron robe and carefully handed the man a beautiful, seemingly ordinary, yet curiously shining stone. "My friend," the Buddha said, his voice calm and clear, imbued with a hidden purpose. "First, go and find the worth of this stone. Take it to different shops in the market, the fruit sellers, the vegetable vendors, the jewelers. Show it to them. Tell them you want to sell this stone, and diligently ask for its price. But remember this crucial instruction: do not sell the stone in any case. Simply discover its perceived value from each person you encounter." The man was utterly puzzled by the Buddha's unexpected reply. He had anticipated a profound discourse on philosophy, a complex teaching on the nature of the soul, not a practical task involving commerce. What could a mere stone possibly teach him about the immeasurable worth of human life? Yet, trusting the Buddha's wisdom implicitly, recognizing the deeper purpose behind the unusual request, he took the shining stone and, without another word, set off towards the bustling market, his mind filled with curious anticipation. His first stop was an orange seller, a man accustomed to valuing simple, perishable fruits. The orange seller took the stone in his hand, turned it over, and looked at it curiously, his gaze assessing its immediate utility or aesthetic appeal. It's a pretty stone," he remarked, clearly seeing it as a decorative trinket. "I will give you a dozen of my finest, sweetest oranges for it." The man politely declined the offer, remembering the Buddha's instruction to merely discover its worth, not to sell it. Next, he went to a vegetable vendor, offering the stone for valuation. The vendor also took the stone in hand, examined it briefly, and with a practiced eye for his trade, said, "This is a nice, shiny stone. Take a sack of my fresh potatoes, a good amount to feed your family, and leave this shining stone with me." The man, still holding onto the profound mystery of the stone, thanked him and continued on his way. He was not satisfied with these answers. He intuitively knew there had to be more to this seemingly ordinary stone than simple fruits or vegetables could represent. Its inner radiance hinted at a deeper value. Buddhist insight. This opening sets the stage for an experiential lesson. A classic upaya, skillful means, employed by the Buddha. The man's question, "What is the worth of human life?" is universal. The Buddha's response with the shining stone immediately challenges the man's expectation of a direct answer, pushing him towards personal discovery through observation. The varying, low valuations of the fruit and vegetable vendors subtly introduce the concept of relative value, how worth is perceived based on context, knowledge, and immediate needs. The instruction, "do not sell," is crucial. signifying that true value is not transactional or easily relinquished. It is inherent and unexchangeable. This section hints at the deeper truth that the intrinsic worth of something, or someone, might be far beyond immediate, superficial estimations. Chapter 2. The Increasing Value, the Journey Through Layers of Perception. Driven by his growing curiosity and the Buddha's enigmatic instruction, the man kept going, convinced that the stone's true, immense worth had not yet been revealed. His next destination was a goldsmith, a skilled craftsman accustomed to valuing precious metals and intricate jewels. He showed the shining stone to the goldsmith. The goldsmith, a man with a keen eye for beauty and value, was instantly amazed by the extraordinary shine and inherent brilliance of the stone. His eyes widened, recognizing its unique quality. "Sell me the stone," he exclaimed, his voice filled with professional eagerness and a hint of avarice. "I will give you 1,00,000 gold coins for it." The man was utterly surprised to hear this astronomical offer, a fortune beyond his wildest dreams for what, to most, seemed to be just a stone. But remembering the Buddha's strict instruction not to sell, he humbly, yet firmly, refused this incredible offer. The goldsmith, sensing the stone's rare and perhaps unprecedented quality, became even more insistent, desperately wanting to possess it. He quickly got ready to pay him even more, a staggering 5,00,000 gold coins. Still, the man remained firm. "My teacher has told me not to sell this stone to anyone," he explained, politely but resolutely. He would not betray the Buddha's trust for any price. Finally, the man, now deeply puzzled by the wildly varying valuations but with an overwhelming sense of awe and wonder, continued his quest. His path led him to a renowned diamond merchant, the ultimate arbiter of precious gems and rare jewels, a man whose entire life was dedicated to discerning true worth. When the diamond merchant saw this exceptionally beautiful and extraordinarily shining stone, he could not believe his eyes. He was instantly mesmerized, captivated by the unparalleled beauty, the inner radiance, and the sheer brilliance of the stone. His years of experience, his vast knowledge of gems, told him this was something truly extraordinary, something beyond compare, a treasure of cosmic rarity. With utmost reverence, the diamond merchant firstly laid down a rich red velvet cloth, a symbolic gesture of profound respect and honor, and then carefully, almost ceremoniously, placed that shining stone upon it. He then did something even more astonishing, something that stunned the man into utter silence. He humbly bowed before it, recognizing its inherent, immeasurable value, acknowledging its sacredness. Then, with a voice filled with wonder and awe, tinged with a profound sense of privilege, he asked the man, "Where, my friend, did you find this precious stone? Tell me, where? This is no ordinary gem. This is a jewel of unparalleled magnitude," he continued, his voice trembling with reverence. "Even after selling the whole world, even if we were to offer all the riches of the entire universe, we cannot estimate the true worth of this ruby stone. This is priceless and invaluable. Its worth cannot be measured by any earthly currency, by any material standard." The man, his mind reeling, was utterly overwhelmed by the incredible, almost dizzying, variety of experiences he had just had with vastly different people. From the negligible value placed by the orange seller to the astounding, immeasurable worth declared by the diamond merchant, he could not reconcile the discrepancies. His heart buzzing with profound questions and a dawning understanding, he immediately returned straight back to Lord Buddha, eager for the ultimate revelation. He narrated his entire astonishing story to the Buddha, detailing every encounter, every valuation, and every emotion he had felt. Then, bowing deeply, he asked again, his initial question now infused with an even deeper, more urgent significance, "Lord, please tell me now, what is the worth of human life?" Buddhist insight. This chapter powerfully showcases the subjective and relative nature of worth, illustrating the principle of anicca, impermanence, as it applies to perception of value. The escalating offers from the goldsmith and diamond merchant highlight how worth is determined by the perceiver's knowledge, prajna, and capacity, upaya, to recognize truth. The diamond merchant's profound reverence for the stone, culminating in him bowing and declaring it priceless, directly parallels the ultimate, unquantifiable value of human life. The man's puzzlement and his immediate return to the Buddha signify the ripening of his insight and his readiness for a deeper teaching. The act of not selling further reinforces that true value isn't something to be traded or defined by external markets. It is inherent and unexchangeable. Chapter 3. The Priceless Gem Within, Recognizing Your True, Inherent Value. Buddha smiled gently, his eyes radiating a profound understanding that pierced through all layers of illusion. He saw the wisdom that the man had gained through his journey, the dawning comprehension in his eyes. He replied, his voice resonating with unparalleled clarity and timeless wisdom, "You see, my friend." The orange seller quoted 12 oranges for the stone, based on his limited understanding and what he valued. The vegetable vendor, from his specific perspective, offered 1 sack of potatoes. The goldsmith, recognizing its higher material value, valued the stone at 5 lakh gold coins, a fortune by worldly standards. And finally, the diamond merchant, with his expert, discerning knowledge and profound capacity for recognizing true rarity, said that this stone is invaluable, utterly priceless, its worth beyond any material estimation. The Buddha then delivered the ultimate, liberating truth, a revelation that lay at the heart of the man's initial question. The same, my friend, is true for human life. In fact, you yourself are a gem, a precious, unique, and inherently invaluable being. Your true nature shines like pure gold, like the most brilliant ruby. But people around you, bound by their own limited perceptions, their own status, their own narrow knowledge, and their own capacity to understand true worth, will inevitably value you according to those limitations. The orange seller could only see oranges, the goldsmith could only see gold. Only the diamond merchant, with his profound expertise and insight, could recognize its true, immeasurable value. The Buddha concluded, offering both solace and profound empowerment. But do not worry about others' limited perceptions, their inability to see your true brilliance. This world, in its collective wisdom, will also eventually identify and find your true value one day. More importantly, understand this: your value is inherent. It doesn't depend on their recognition, their judgment, or their fleeting opinions. This parable carries a powerful and often overlooked lesson for our own daily lives. We often find that people do not truly know their own inherent worth, their own unique brilliance, their own boundless potential, and that's precisely why they often settle for far less than they truly deserve in life: less happiness, less fulfillment, less respect, less joy. The value of your life, the profound richness of your existence, depends profoundly on where you place yourself in. Crucially, how you perceive and assert your own inherent worth. People will understand your value only as much as you will value yourself. If you consistently underestimate your own worth, if you constantly diminish your own capabilities and intrinsic value, then you will, inevitably, get less from this world, fewer opportunities, less respect, less joy, and less personal fulfillment. But if you truly feel yourself worthy, if you recognize and embody your inherent preciousness, then you will, paradoxically, get more out of this world, attracting abundance, respect, and genuine recognition. Most people, sadly, just allow anyone to evaluate their worth, passively accepting external judgments and labels from others. They let society, their peers, or even fleeting circumstances put a price on them, reducing their boundless potential to a mere commodity. But people who truly know their intrinsic value will simply refuse to accept the limiting opinions of others. They refuse to be defined by anyone else's judgment, because they understand that their profound, unshakable value is set by themselves, from within, through their own deep self-awareness and self-acceptance, not by someone else's superficial opinion of what they are worth. Therefore, do not let people put a price on you. You, and only you, must set your own price, your own inherent worth, asserting your boundless value with quiet confidence. Buddhist insight. This is the core teaching of the parable, directly addressing the man's initial question and revealing the priceless nature of human life. The Buddha's explanation highlights that value is subjective and relative based on the observer's prajna, wisdom, and avidya, ignorance. The man's journey becomes a metaphor for realizing one's inherent worth. The key teaching is that self-worth is intrinsic and self-determined, not dependent on external validation or material measures. You are a gem, emphasizes the inherent Buddha nature or preciousness within every being. The potential for enlightenment. People will value you according to their status, knowledge, and capacity, illustrates right view, Samma-ditthi, in recognizing the limitations of others' perceptions and not internalizing them. You set your own price, promotes self-reliance and right effort, Samma-vayama, in cultivating self-esteem and inner strength. The parable implicitly teaches the importance of not clinging to external opinions, aligning with non-attachment, upekkha, and understanding that true richness is an internal state of contentment, santuti, independent of material accumulation. Conclusion. The unshakable value, sculpting your destiny from within. The timeless parable of the priceless gem is far more than a simple folk tale. It's a profound, living testament to the immeasurable, inherent worth of every single human life. It challenges our societal obsession with external validation and material metrics, urging us to look beyond the glittering illusions of the world and to cultivate the true, unshakable riches of self-awareness and inner wisdom. Key learnings for your personal Buddha story. Your value is inherent and priceless. You are fundamentally good, wise, and pure. This intrinsic worth is not something you acquire, it is your true nature. Merely obscured by conditioning, never destroyed. Like the shining stone, your true value is absolute, unquantifiable. Application. Regularly practice self-compassion and mindfulness of your inner critic. Affirm your inherent worth daily, independent of external circumstances or perceived flaws. Recognize that your existence itself is a miracle and a profound gift. Perception shapes your reality. How others value you is a reflection of their knowledge and capacity, not your ultimate worth. More importantly, how you value yourself fundamentally shapes your experience of the world, influencing opportunities and relationships. Application. Be mindful of external judgments and praise, neither should define you. Cultivate equanimity, upekkha, towards external opinions. Your internal self-worth is the most crucial determinant of your happiness and success, acting as a filter for all external input. Self-worth is self-determined. You are the ultimate arbiter of your own value. You have the power to set your own price by recognizing and asserting your intrinsic worth, rather than passively allowing others or circumstances to define you. Application. Identify your unique strengths, talents, and contributions. Focus on your growth and purpose, not on external comparison. When self-doubt arises, gently remind yourself of your inherent value and previous achievements. Assert your boundaries and desires from a place of quiet confidence. True riches are internal, not external. The man found true wealth not by selling the stone, seeking external gain, but by understanding its intrinsic value, which led to unforeseen abundance. True happiness and abundance stem from generosity, contentment, and self-acceptance, not mere material accumulation. Application. Shift your focus from constantly acquiring more to appreciating what you already have and cultivating inner qualities like gratitude, peace, and wisdom. These are the imperishable treasures that cannot be taken away. Karma and intentional action. The man's initial willingness to obey the Buddha, even when puzzled, and his journey itself, were acts of right effort, samma-vayama, and right intention, samma-sankappa, which ripened into positive karma, leading to his transformation and unforeseen rewards. Application. Understand that every action, driven by intention, shapes your destiny. By acting from a place of self-worth, integrity, and genuine kindness, you constantly sow seeds for a more abundant and fulfilling future, influencing your own reality. The Buddha's profound wisdom, beautifully illuminated by this parable, invites us to embark on a transformative journey, from seeking external validation and wealth to discovering the boundless, unshakable richness of an open, self-aware, and inherently priceless heart. This is the essence of your authentic Buddha story. Thank you for watching, and may you always carry the profound peace and illuminating wisdom of these stories within your heart. Join our growing community by liking this video and subscribing to Buddha Story, where ancient wisdom beautifully meets modern mindfulness. What is one way you will consciously affirm your inherent pricelessness in your life this week? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Until our next encounter, may your path be filled with profound peace, deep understanding, and the radiant light of your own awakening.